Hello back. Throughout this session, we're gonna print our first hello world in JavaScript. So I will use code bin. Here is it, you got three files, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I will come here and just say console.log. We are using console.log to print anything on that console. So to do that, I will use single quote here and we will say hello world. That's all. Alright, so to see the result, here is it. Inside that console tab, you can find that console hello world is printed. Perfect. Okay, so what about if I would like to print just a number? We're gonna say console.log and just any number in case 5, and here is it. If you scroll down, you can find here is it, hello world, and after that, number 5. Hello back everyone. So throughout this session, we're gonna discuss about JavaScript variables. Variables in a computer science, wherever if you are working with any programming language, here is it. You can find the memory of your computer. It's divided to some addresses. Each address will have a name. So for example, the first one will have a name A, B, C, D, and etc. Alright, and to access each address, you have to call it by its name. Perfect. The two keywords inside JavaScript which we are using to define variable, var in an old JavaScript, or let, which came in ECMAScript 6. In other session, we're gonna define later what's the difference between variable or var and let. But right now, we're gonna focus on let in our session. So for example, I will say let, and I will give a name. Okay, you can name it anything, name, address, your name, whatever. Okay, and I will give it a value. Here is it, we will say Darwish as a name, and after that the semicolon. So right now you defined your first variable in JavaScript. Alright, so to understand that much better, let's come back again to our chart. And I stored inside this square a value called Darwish. You don't care about the address because this is, the responsibility of JavaScript. All you have to do to access this variable using a name. So if I would like to print the value inside this area, I just call it by its name. Maybe that one have a name H. Maybe that one have a name color. Maybe that one have a name of your favorite game, and etc. So here is it, you will find Darwish is printed. Perfect. What about if I would like to add one more variable? Here is it, let course name JavaScript. And I would like to print it console.log. And here is it, let's take that one as a copy and just paste it here. And let's see the result. Here is it, JavaScript. Perfect. What about if you would like to add one more value to course name? So for example, if you say, so what about if you would like to update the name of the course? For example, you say it course name equal Angular, and you just print again the name of this course name. You say console.log course name. Look at that. First of all, he print Darwish. Afterwards, he print JavaScript. And finally, he print what? Angular. So that means JavaScript is working step by step. So first of all, you got a name. You stored Darwish inside it. After that, you have another variable called it course name. And here is a JavaScript as a value. After that, you update that variable value. Change it from JavaScript to be Angular. And here is it, the sequence of executing inside the JavaScript. But hey Darwish, I would like to define a constant so no one can change this value later. Perfect. All you have to do, say const age equal 30, and here is it. Let's print it out. Dot log, here is it, age, and look at that, it's right now 30. But look at that, if I try to change this age by assigning it to it, for example 35, look at that, he said, uncaught type error, assignment to constant variable. You cannot do that because that one, it is not a variable, it's a constant. So you cannot assign a new value to a constant.